Hello K-pop lovers, welcome back to this channel. That night felt different, not because the stage was bigger, not because the cheers were louder than usual, but because there was something that couldn't be explained with simple words. A small moment that somehow felt too deep, and from that moment on, many fans began to ask, what really happened between them? It all started with a performance that looked normal, stage lights, flowing music, and the kind of energy that always manages to captivate the audience, just like we've seen so many times before. But behind all of that, there was one brief moment that somehow felt different. The camera caught it, but only for a second, short enough to be missed, yet strong enough to make so many hearts race. They were standing close to each other. No long conversation, no exaggerated gestures. Just a look. Yes, just a look. But that look felt too long to be a coincidence. Too deep to be just another interaction on stage. And that's where everything began. Fans watching the live started to notice. Wait, what was that just now? Some of them immediately typed in the comments. Why did that feel too personal? That wasn't just fan service, right? And within minutes, that clip started spreading. Replayed, slowed down, analyzed, as if everyone was trying to find answers to something that was never directly explained. Reactions started pouring in. Some stayed quiet, trying to process it. Some smiled, as if they saw something they had believed in for a long time. And others felt unsure, wondering if it was all just in their heads. But one thing was certain, that moment didn't feel ordinary. Some fans even said, I've followed them for years, and this felt different. The way he looked at him, it wasn't like before. That wasn't for the camera, and that sentence kept repeating, not for the camera, not for the camera, not for the camera, as if it became an unspoken confession, one that felt even more honest, because it was never actually said. Then, there was another small detail, something not everyone noticed. A simple gesture, very subtle, almost invisible, when one of them instinctively fixed something on the other's outfit. No exaggerated expression, no dramatic reaction, just a small action that felt so natural, as if it wasn't the first time. And that's what made it shocking, because things like that aren't easy to fake. That's habit, that's comfort, that's something that grows, not something you perform. And the fans realized it. That was too natural. I got chills. Why does it feel like we just saw something that was meant to be private? Questions kept coming, and the more people rewatched the clip, the stronger that feeling became. That there was something not fully seen by the public, yet real enough to be felt. Some even started to speculate. Was this a hint? Or just a meaningless moment we're overanalyzing? But in the middle of all that speculation, there was one thing that made it feel even more shocking. An old quote that fans suddenly remembered. A statement that once sounded simple, but now felt completely different. Our relationship isn't for the camera. That sentence resurfaced, shared, repeated, discussed, and suddenly it felt heavier than before, deeper, more real. Could it be that none of this was ever meant to be seen? Could it be that what we saw that night was just a glimpse of something that had always been kept hidden? Or was it just a coincidence that felt too perfect? Fans became divided. Some believed that moment was proof of feelings that couldn't be hidden. Some chose to stay rational, seeing it as a normal interaction amplified by emotion. And others simply chose to enjoy the moment without trying to label it. Because maybe not everything needs to be explained. Not every feeling needs a name. And not every moment needs to be revealed openly. And yet, that feeling didn't go away. Even after the stage lights went off, even after the video ended, that moment stayed in people's minds, in their hearts, in their thoughts. And that question still lingers. What did we actually see? Was it real, or just something we felt? Maybe we'll never truly know the answer. Maybe we're not meant to know, but maybe that's where the beauty lies, in the uncertainty, in the silence, in the smallest moments that somehow feel so big. Because sometimes The most real things are the ones never spoken, never announced, only felt. And now, after everything that happened, after all the reactions, the speculation, the emotions that surfaced, I want to ask you, what did you see? Was it just an ordinary moment? Or was there something more, something beyond words? Share your thoughts in the comments, because maybe the real answer exists somewhere between all of us. And until that day comes, this moment will remain a story that felt far too personal to ever be forgotten. And maybe what makes it even harder to forget is how quiet it all was. No dramatic music changing, no sudden spotlight, no obvious cue telling us this is the moment. Everything continued as normal. The performance went on, the smiles returned, the choreography stayed perfect. And yet, something had already shifted, something small but undeniable. Some fans even pointed out another detail, almost hidden in plain sight. A brief pause, just for a second, as if one of them hesitated, like there was something he wanted to say, but didn't. And that silence, that tiny, fragile silence, felt louder than anything else that night. Did you see that? Why did he pause like that? It felt like he was holding something back. Again, nothing confirmed, nothing explained, but somehow deeply felt. And then came the reactions that made everything even more emotional. Fans who had been there shared their thoughts. Some wrote, "I didn't understand it first, but now I can't stop thinking about it." Others said, "It wasn't big, but it stayed with me, and I don't know why." And maybe that's the part that lingers the most. Not because it was obvious, but because it wasn't. Because it didn't try to be seen, and yet it was seen. Because it didn't try to be understood, and yet it was felt. There's something about moments like that. They don't scream for attention. They whisper, softly, quietly, but somehow they echo longer. And maybe that's why, even now, people are still going back to that clip, watching it again and again, not to prove anything, not to force a conclusion, but just to feel that moment one more time, to see if maybe, just maybe, there's something they missed the first time, or something they felt but couldn't explain, because sometimes the heart notices things before the mind can understand them. And maybe that's exactly what happened that night. A moment that wasn't meant to be big became unforgettable. A gesture that wasn't meant to be noticed became everything, and a feeling that was never spoken somehow reached millions. So now, I'll ask you again, after seeing everything, after feeling everything, do you think it was just a moment? Or was it something more, something quietly real? Because no matter what the answer is, one thing is certain. That night left a mark. And some moments, no matter how small, are simply too real to fade away.